Well, welcome in, college hockey fans. As you can see behind me, I am back in the beautiful Ed Robeson Arena with Colorado College. It's time to talk with the guys that do the real work around here. We had Mayotte last night on the podcast, and you know what? Now it's time to talk to the guys that really make it work. So, Mark Stuart, Peter Mannino, welcome in.
Well, we're excited. I agree. This is the real work, hey? You got Jerry and Chris that kind of just show face, but this is the work right here. Mark Stuart.
Okay, I'm starting right here with you guys, okay? I've got a Tiger. Yeah. I've got a Pioneer. I'm in Colorado Springs, Tiger now. I love it. I can't wait till this gets back to Denver. Anyway, how does that work? How do you guys mesh it all together? Because, I know guys, being in Arizona for 30 years, if you say Arizona State and Arizona and you confuse them, they want to punch each other.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like from the outside it was talked about a little bit at the start, but it wasn't really talked about much in here,
Right.
We reminisce once in a while about our playing days a little bit, but for the most part, it's the work that we're putting in here at Colorado College every day, and so it doesn't come up as much as people would think.
And for those that don't know, you guys spent some time against each other on the ice, didn't you?
We did, absolutely. We spent some time together as well. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Tell me about
playing at Denver. We know the tradition there, and now you're restarting, I guess, a tradition here at Colorado College. What's it been like the last 6, 8, 12 months?
Exciting. Was a part of a couple other programs in the NCHC, so that kind of helped, I guess, the transition, because you've going through that. Those are restart situations, and got to go up against Denver, so it kind of dumbs that down. But here at CC, us as a staff, it's just pure excitement. We have resources that have never been here at Colorado College, and we're all fortunate to be a part of that. That's what's super exciting, because we all talk about development, having abilities to work with players, and now we have that. So it's been awesome. Recruiting's been great. The players here right now have absorbed everything that we've been saying. They've been working super hard, and you can see the excitement in the area.
So when we talk about this, Mark, and this beautiful building that we're in, obviously that helps an awful lot in recruiting, but you were here at the Broadmoor. You know what it's like. How big a difference is it really?
You know what? I love the World Arena. It was a great building, especially when we were packing it and we had some good teams. It was a lot of fun. But to have a rink on campus, of this caliber, it's a game changer. It's really even changed the kind of the outlook of the campus. This place is buzzing on the weekends. People aren't picking up and driving down south to the World Arena. So, it's brought a new energy to campus, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. And just the convenience, for our players, for the students of Colorado College, for the community to come see games. It's been a lot of fun. And we're lucky as a staff, and as players to come in here every day and practice and play. And then, on the recruiting side, it's a game changer for us as well.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Being in this building with a packed house, 3,500 or whatever you can get in here, they're right on top of you, aren't they?
Yeah, we say just shy of 4,000. It feels even more. I think you've nailed it, from all the hard work of everybody that put behind the design and just the sacrifice to get this idea together. Ricky Green talks, it took almost 5+ years. Right. And I give everybody that had their contribution big thanks from all of us, because we're obviously here to use that benefit and take it to the next level. But there's a lot behind this, and you can see it every detail. And it's like the steepest pitch you're possibly allowed. We show everybody that. The guys haven't ticked us off too much where they're running the bleachers yet or anything and felt that, but the feel of it is amazing. They're on top of the players. It creates an intimidation factor that's growing every single game, and it's a great crowd. It's a great barn.
I was here when they just broke ice or broke ground, and then I started watching that pitch go in, and I kept commenting to people. I'm going like, is that really true? Is it really that steep? It really is that steep, but it's so much fun.
Yeah. No, it's like you said, a lot of fun. You feel it even just like walking in. We have a recruit come in. Anybody new to the building, you just look down or you look up and you're like, holy smokes. But it also, the biggest thing is there's the best seat in the house everywhere you sit. There's no impairment, and you get a real feel for the game as you hover over game action.
Okay, let's talk about this team on the ice. You're coming together. I joke with Coach Mayat all the time because I said you're going to be the team that's going to have more 1-0, 2-1, 3-2 games at the end of the year. But there's two things I look at, right? I look at, A, you're in a conference, so you can slowly build and keep the guys engaged, knowing that no matter how you finish, you still got a shot at a tournament berth. Yep. On the other thing, though, is if you guys buy in like you have been so far, and you can just continually shut people down, it might only take 2 or 3 goals to win.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've liked the buy-in from our group. Like Coach Mannino mentioned, they're absorbing everything we're throwing at them, and they've done a really good job with that. We're building every week. You know, it's been a little different schedule lately. We had 2 weekends off, but it's given us a chance to work on some things and get in some good practice time. But, you know, it's 2 parts. We're building, we're doing some great things. We're not getting results, so that's frustrating. But we like where we've been in a lot of these games, and we're just, continuing to do that.
Okay, so when you look at Colorado College as a whole, and you go like, there's 3,000 students here, something like 6,000 students, not many, but yet this is like a mecca. It's the mecca of hockey, I call it right now, and especially in the NCHC because there's so many great buildings, but you guys are right there.
We are right there. I mean, we look at ourselves as a big time program. We're right up there with everybody else, and rich history, and it's just getting back to that high level of hockey, and we feel like we're right there, and there's a lot of exciting things going on. I mean, we talk about the rink, but the play on the ice is what we're concentrated on. It's been really good and something that we're continuing to build on.
Okay, let's talk about bringing players in here because I don't think it was any secret. The last few years it was probably a little rough. The record showed it, but now all of a sudden the building, the coaching staff, everything seems to be coming in. How is it on the road? What are people telling you when you get out and see recruits?
I mean, it's new. It's a completely different mindset. You have this building. There's just it's a complete refresh, and there's always respect and thanks to the past. Like Mark said, we've seen it as players. We've seen it over the last couple of years. Just some really great hockey players that have gone through here all the way up until last season. And that's going to continue on. We just want to elevate it, put our touch on it, bring in the depth, raise the level, and be where CC should be. And that should be a contender nationally for a national championship every single year. We believe that as a staff. Obviously, people know that they believe it here in the Springs and with our athletic department. They know that we're invested. That's what the players that we're talking to that have committed as recent or even in the past, they know we're committed. They know this is rich in history, like Stu says, and now we're putting it all together. And it's a lot of fun to see. So that's the talk. Everybody knows what's going on from a structure standpoint, but they see what we're building internally on the ice, practice, habits, stuff like that. And that's where we're going to get the results here down the line.
Let me ask you about Chris Mayat because the first time I met him and I had him on the podcast, I said, when we were done, I said, you know what? Where's the letter of intent? I'll shrink back about 30 years and I'll come play for you right now. Do you get that feeling from people? Because every time we're done having a conversation, I want to run through the wall and just start playing hockey again.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've really enjoyed, getting to know him. Before I got this job, I knew of him. I knew of his history. I knew where he'd been, the success that he's had. But then, getting to know him and starting to have those one-on-one conversations, those conversations as a staff, and then watching him in front of our players and the way he communicates, the way he motivates. Yeah, I mean, some people have that talent or that gift, and he definitely does. And it's a massive part of what we're trying to build here, and it's been a lot of fun to learn from him and to watch him perform.
I mean, we want his metabolism because I don't know. He's like a rail, and he's eating sandwiches and heavy foods, and Stu and I are just trying to keep up here, But I think anything, and I've learned this from different stops, is you got to believe in leadership. You got to believe in the top. Stu and I went through this together, meeting Leslie, meeting Chris. I knew Chris for a long time. You got to believe in the top, and we do. And you can see our players do. Just like he said, everything he said, I agree with. The way we teach, the way he talks, the way we communicate as a staff, like we're just starting. It's just months under under our belts here where we're going to gel even more, and that just shows through the players. So very excited. Chris is one of the most talented up-and-coming coaches here in hockey, period. So to be able to work with him is a special opportunity.
You know, my co-host always jokes with me. He said every time I do an interview with Chris, he said, you don't even have to, post-game specifically, but he said, you don't even have to wait to hear his voice. You can just see his expression. And I'm thinking back to that 5-4 loss at Air Force, and I saw the expression on his face, and I said, I don't know if he even had to say anything to the players. It was kind of like, you disappointed your dad. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody knows it's, when you say I'm mad at you, but then when you say I'm disappointed in you, that hurts even more.
Yes.
But I think you're right. He, he has that good balance of showing emotion, and then on the other side of communicating those emotions in the right way, and not getting too high or too low, and that's what you want from a leader.
Yep.
And on the other side of that, let you know when you're doing things well, and I think he finds that balance as well.
The one thing he told me initially when I talked to him, I said, how are you going to run your program? He said, it's going to be a Monday through Thursday if you want to play Friday and Saturday. Is that something that's common in college hockey, or does he take it to a new level?
I think that defines accountability.
Yeah.
Like everything that we do and talk about, you got to put the work in. Right. You got to push your teammates. If you're not doing that, how are you ready to play on Friday? How are you not cheating the program and your other teammates and brothers that are around you? And just like you said, when Chris shows that emotion, like we pour in Monday through Thursday, we're preparing these guys. This is a lot of work. It's 100% commitment. That's all you ask for in return. And if guys aren't putting that in every day, who's up? Who's up? That's who's earned it. And that's what's high competition. That's what creates championship culture. Those are the details and habits that every guy has to show every day, because if you're not doing that, you're going to miss that in the game and on the weekend. So accountability. If you don't have that, it slips through. I'm not going to speak on other programs, but that's what we look for here.
Okay, I got to ask you about that trip to Duluth, because I asked him that last night on the podcast too. I said, nothing tie, never happened in the 80-plus year history of Colorado College. Yeah. You go up there, you don't score a goal, yet you come away and you go, hey, we really weren't that bad, were we?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the, we don't believe in moral victories, but and I actually didn't know that stat until after the weekend. Yeah, I did not know that, but you know what, we took a lot of good things away from that game. Of course, we like to pop one on the power play and come away with the win, but to hold them to nothing in their building, us being a young team, them being more of a veteran team, we did a lot of good things. And what we like too is how we responded from Friday night. Yeah. And that shows a lot about your group. How they respond when things don't go well, and how they can turn it around in 24 hours. And we were really happy with that. So again, no moral victories. You like to see results, but things we can build on for sure.
Your thoughts, Peter, being a goaltender?
No, I mean, I think we shed the fat with Jerry Cross not coming on the trip, so that helped a lot get that big one. But I do believe, like Stu says, it's one of those, you always take good and bad from any outcome. That's a unique one. Obviously, I was watching Ted Lasso. It's a great program, and he hates ties. Any coach hates ties. Like, you play for an outcome. You play to win or lose. Like, that's the thrill of sports. So give the guys a lot of credit. I mean, Duluth's an unbelievable program. They've been humming. You said at our conference, what do we have, 6 teams in the NCHC in the top, 15? Yeah. I mean, that's what we're in. That's what people are excited about too. So for us to go there, compete with these guys as we're transitioning this program is it's great stuff. It's all good.
Okay, final one for him, and give you each a chance to give your sales pitch, your best recruiting sales pitch for anybody that's watching this anywhere around the country or the world. How do they become a Tiger? Let's start with Peter.
Well, it's not really a sales pitch. I think this stuff, it speaks for itself. Yeah. That's what we tell everybody. This is a life decision. It's not a shiny car, a new video game. I mean, this is your life. So when you come out here and you meet us, it's relationship based. And then you have to walk the footsteps. You got to say, hey, I want to be in this surreal, unbelievable place in the world, in Colorado Springs. You look at the facilities, and then the smile on Chris Mayotte is just contagious. I mean, he's a cute individual, and like excites anybody. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is they got to feel it. When you commit to a college, it's not a draft. It's not. It's not something that's forced upon you.
Yep.
So it's all natural. And we're really excited about everything we have to offer from a structural standpoint. Like, we have the rink, we have an unbelievable campus, we have an unbelievable education, and then get to meet us and see how we're going to pour into you, because our goal is to get you to the next level and make you a better individual by the time you leave here. So it's kind of in a nutshell. Good luck. Good luck, Stu.
Stu, how are you going to how are you going to follow that up, please?
I think he covered it, but no, I think kind of reiterate, it is a big life decision, and it's a comfort level. And the big thing for us is we're trying to build a relationship just like anybody else, and we're genuine in that. I mean, the rink, the school, the quality of the people here, I think that a lot of that speaks for itself. But when we bring people out, that's what we want to show them. We want to show them the campus. We want to show them the rink. We want to introduce them to as many people as we can, because that's what makes this school and this program, I think, very special, is the people around it. So that's a big thing. That's a big thing for us.
Okay, Arizona State fans, listen up. These two are going to be behind the bench without Mayotte on the 17th and 18th of December. So if you think you're going to beat Colorado College, it's going to have to go through these two. Peter Mannino, Mark Stuart, thanks for spending some time, and we look forward to seeing you guys all season long.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Can we get a quick shout out in too?
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan Muse. Thanks.
Well, we don't want to miss Dan.
Thanks for getting me into coaching on good days. Love you. Hope you're well.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.